some
I
light
think
happening.
we got it.
Yes.
All right, we're live.
Woohoo. Hello.
Hello, world. Well, diaper dude.
Yes.
You are no longer a diaper dude. How old are your children now?
My kids are 17, 15, and 12. Boy, girl, boy. I'm a step ahead of it.
This is a professional boy, girl, boy. I'm like, what? Huh? What? So we are here at Diesel Bookstore in Santa Monica celebrating the launch of Diaper Dude, the book. Chris is giving advice to all the new parents to know how to navigate those first 2 years.
Survive. Let's be honest. To survive.
It's not a navigation, survive, right? We're not navigating anymore. Just to get
we have our
to
iPhones for navigating.
Right. Exactly. So this is Daddy GPS, basically.
Yes, exactly.
From a father who has made it into teendom, as we call it.
Yes, barely. I have a lot of gray in the beard.
There you go. So, guys, ask us your questions in the comments, and I will continue to talk to Chris, but we are listening and watching for any questions you may have.
Awesome.
So, why the book now?
Well, it's actually a follow-up to my first book, From Dude to Dad, The Diaper Dude Guide to Pregnancy. And that was originally when what I wanted to do was to have sort of a volume of books speaking to each different stage of parenting as I've experienced it and imparting the wisdom to other dads as they're about to go through it. So it was just made sense to follow up, and you can't cover too much in one book, so we cut it down to the first 2 years to make sense, because I think that definitely when you get through the pregnancy, the first 6 months are exciting, but when you're living up to the terrible twos or the terrific twos, depending on how you experience it. Yeah, I think the terrible twos are now terrific and the threes are now terrible, apparently. So at least kind of worked that way for us. But, but I think that dads today are more involved, and I wanted to be able to share the knowledge and wisdom that I learned as a parent, and being fortunate to have a brand that supports dads, it just seemed like a natural segue into doing books.
Right. So, in the book, you give all of these parent tags.
Yeah.
I have a favorite.
Which one?
It's about dads giving moms snacks. You want to tell us about that?
Okay, well, it's, these are things that we take for granted, but we all got to eat. And when, you come home from the first few months, or first few weeks actually, or days rather, after delivering your baby, you just get such in a whirlwind that you want to remember to feed mom when you're feeding the baby. She needs her energy, she needs her support. When the baby's sleeping, mom should sleep, and get some time, and you too. But it's just something to really think on your feet and to be available and to help out.
Yep. So you got that hack. When mom is feeding the baby, the daddy feeds the mommy.
There you go.
Everybody gets to eat. I don't know who's going to feed the daddy.
I know,
Who
exactly.
feeds the daddy?
You know what? We can feed ourselves.
The daddy feeds himself. Do you have that? You got that down? So you also kind of get to talking about relationships and how to be a partner or be a team with your partner.
Right.
Do you want to talk more about kind of some challenges that happen, the trajectory of the partnership in the first 2 years?
Yeah, I think that it's definitely, you're all under stress. I mean, the first few months themselves are exhausting, the first few days, and it's easy to allow little things to get the best of you, and before you know it, you're like set off from a look the wrong way. So I like to encourage new parents to be that the foundation is so important, and the openness with one another, to be able to dialogue and to not to have that availability to not take each other, I don't want to say seriously, but to be, to allow things to sort of roll off, and to be open, and to know that you're supporting one another, because this third child, is going to really turn your world upside down, and the child absorbs the energy from the parents. So you really want to be connected and on the same page. And that's why I think I speak in the book how it's important for mom and dad to get their alone time as well, so that they can recharge and have that benefit of coming back to be a better parent, so that they're not constantly on, because you're just going to burn out, and that's one of the dangers I think of not being successful in parenting.
Okay. Now, when you say alone time, there's levels to that. So let's explain the different types of alone time.
Okay, we're not talking going out to bars with your friends, getting drunk, and doing that.
Yes.
No.
That is not what we're talking about.
But on the flip side, mom should be able to go and get a massage. But even if it's a simple thing as taking over the time for mom to go out and go to get a manicure, or go to the store, or go to a bookstore like this amazing bookstore in Diesel and Brentwood.
Yeah.
Or going for coffee with friends. Being able to socialize and go outside of your world and connect with the rest of the world, or even being able to go on social media and have that alone time while drinking a cup of coffee. We all need that alone time to recharge.
Yep.
So
very good. Let's talk about alone time with a child. How important is one-on-one time between dad and baby in these first 2 years?
Oh, I think that is probably the most important, and I can't. There was a study discussing, and I'm probably going to butcher it, so I don't even know why I brought it up. But there was a study done about the impact that men have on daughters specifically, and how that relationship and the involvement actually had shown that they became more evolved individuals, and it just their confidence, self-confidence, and ease just translated into their later part of life. And for me, that alone time is so amazing, to bond and to feel connected, even if it's reading a book. When our youngest, he was a preemie, and the skin-to-skin touch was so nurturing for both people. This vulnerable child that's in an incubator with wires connected to him, being able to hear a heartbeat. We all love touch. I mean, intimacy is so important in every life, so being able to bond on that level, even just smiling at one another, you don't have to have the conversation, but just being is enough in itself. It pays off tenfold. Right. For sure.
Well, alone time with the child is great, but then there comes the other child and the other child. So how did you, now that again Chris now has teenagers, how did you navigate spending alone time with individual children when you have multiple children?
It was challenging. You never feel like you have enough to give. Not to mention that you have to have enough time to give towards your significant other. So we're talking not only other children, but your partner. It's all about, I think, scheduling, and we don't need to have 10 hours logged a day, for alone time. It's alone time that means something, whether it's at night before they're going to bed, to read books to them. Establishing rituals, I think, is important. I used to love reading to my children while giving them a bottle. I can't breastfeed, so being able to have that bond is really important, and they sense it and they feel it. And when the second child came along, it would actually encouraging them, if they were old enough, to help out and to be a little helper, to involve them. But then scheduling that time to take them and do something special for them. And maybe getting an errand done at the same time, whether it's going for more diapers, but encouraging them to be your best friend, to help out, and to be the bigger child to, let's put this on in the grocery cart, let's help me find this in the grocery store. Make a game out of it, so that you can involve and interest and make them feel just as important.
Now, this another aspect of spending time. I know we spoke about going to bars is not exactly the time that he's referring to.
Until you have teenagers. No.
And then you go to the bar and make sure
find if your teenagers are there and make sure they're not.
Exactly. But how did your friendships change? You talk about diaper dude. Unless everybody has a baby at the same time, I'm sure your friendships with other men, other dads, changed. Talk about how moms can be more supportive, or just give a scenario of how your friendships changed, before and after. Before I could do this, and then when I had kids, this is how it went.
Well, it's interesting because when you approach that new community, and you have friends that aren't parents to be,
right,
hopefully they'll still stay in your life, but you're relating on a different level. And
Yeah.
it's just very different to make, unless they're about to have children, there's really that, you're not on the same page all the time.
Right.
So you may find that those friends fall away. And it's okay, eventually they'll come back if they were meant to be in your life. But finding your own community and tribe, I think is really important. And I found that through, you know, even going to parks with my children and
Yeah.
connecting with other dads.
Yeah.
And I think today it's more relevant than even when my kids were growing up, because 17 years ago there were dads at the park, but it wasn't as common
Right.
as it is today.
It is.
So there's a lot of dad groups that are evolving in every state to encourage dads to be a part of connecting with other dads.
Right.
So you know, those are opportunities to have that time to relate and to actually connect with other guys, and know that you will go back to those friends if they're meant to be in your life.
Right.
Even as our children in middle school, we had new parents that we met, but then
Right.
as they go into high school, you evolve and change into different places. It's
Yeah.
just, I think, a part of life. But being open is really important
yeah,
in general in
Right.
parenting. So if you can kind of remember that,
yeah,
and as sad as it will be that friends come and go, you know, you find those that are meant to be there.
yeah.
I feel like a Hallmark card.
Teardrop.
Exactly.
Okay, so I don't know if you knew this, but Sunday is Mother's Day.
Oh,
Did you know that?
of course I did.
Yes, I hope so. Okay. What are you doing for your wife for Mother's Day?
Oh my God, is my wife here? She can't hear because I'm gonna spoil it.
Oh.
You know, nah, I'm kidding. You know, I like being very simple, old school, and doing something as simple as creating breakfast in bed, making coffee, taking care of anything that typically, not that she makes breakfast for us every morning or whatever, we all participate, but
Yeah.
being able to give her the day off. And actually, I think that's what a lot of moms welcome, to have that opportunity to just indulge and to allow themselves to be indulged.
Yes.
I am so thankful to have a partner that I adore and worship and have given me so much in life, experience that I've learned from as well.
Yeah.
And I think that we'll probably end up spending it together because we both get along so well. But
That's awesome.
But yeah, I think that besides pampering and doing as much as I can, allowing her to have her time
Yeah.
to enjoy.
That's amazing. I think we should end on that note. Do something simple
Yes.
and cute and
Right.
leave mom alone on Sunday. That is
The day off.
right? Guys, go ahead, go out, get Diaper Dude, Chris Pagula's new book for new dads. So this is the present that you bring to the baby shower that is
Yes.
not for the baby.
Right.
Okay? For the daddy. Do you have any final words? Anything else you want to say?
You know what? Congrats to all those dads and dads-to-be out there. Father's Day is coming around pretty soon, so
Yes,
this
it
is
is.
also another great gift for Father's Day. But, you know, hang in there. Parenting is amazing. It gets hard, it gets difficult, but eventually it gets easy, and it gets hard again.
Right.
Just know that, as life does.
Yep. That's
Cool.
it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.